change the subject. Here's the guy that's going to help me do it. Master gardener Ciscoe Morris, who says even though he doesn't chew gum, he would not swallow it.
Well, do you have any gum? I'm kind of hungry right now.
No. You know what? Now the wheels are off. All right, can we talk about hydrangeas?
Okay, we'll talk about hydrangeas.
I cannot even. I have to say, you know, I feel like hydrangeas bloomed a lot later this year. Like they were punishing us or something.
It was so cold.
It was so cold.
So that slowed them down,
okay.
yeah. That and a lot of people prune their hydrangeas wrong. You don't get any blooms at all if you whack the livid tweedle out of some of the kinds, you know.
Wait.
So.
All right, let's get to that in a moment. Let's talk about some of the kinds, because there are some varieties I'd never seen here. Like this one here has the biggest flowers I've ever seen on a hydrangea. So what do we got here?
Let's see, what's the name on it?
Oh, that's Let's Dance.
Let's Dance, that's right.
David Bowie plant.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful.
And, you know, and the actual flowers are these things in the middle.
Oh,
these
those
are
are
just florets to attract insects.
Oh, look at that. Sneaky
Yeah,
little
it's kinda
flower.
cool.
Okay, whoops, I just dropped that one. And then this one is the, well, now we can't
Which one
see
is
anymore.
that?
It's the waters.
I had these all memorized.
Naira?
Oh, yeah, I think, oh, this is Niagara because it has black stems.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
Spike right there.
Spike. I dig Spike. It
And-
looks like a pom-pom.
And this is Bride's Blush.
They're so beautiful.
And look at the size of that flower over
Okay,
there.
this one, hold on, I gotta take it out because it's literally just one, look,
That's one flower.
y'all, look at that.
Invincible Spirit.
Invincible, it's the size of one's head.
Yeah, it would be hard to like wear that on your ear, you know.
I mean, you can wear it as a hat.
I
You
like
look
that.
gorgeous in that hat.
That is pretty
That's pretty
handsome.
nice. I like it. Okay. These are amazing. So let's go back to the pruning of them because hydrangeas, they grow so beautifully here in the Pacific Northwest. Sometimes you're lucky enough to have a bush, but you're also, if you have one, you've definitely over pruned it at some point or ruined it.
Yep.
So let's talk about pruning.
Okay, so I brought these, and
Okay.
I did not snitch this from Mary's side of the garden.
Thank you.
I
asked.
snitched it from my neighbor's garden.
Ciscoe.
Now,
I can't.
What
Okay.
do most people do? These get really tall.
Yeah.
And so they go out there and go, I'm going to cut this whole thing down.
Yeah.
If you do that, most of these only bloom. This is our most common kind called
Yeah.
the big leaf hydrangea.
Yeah.
Most of these only bloom on what grew last year. So you can see it's a shinier color.
okay.
So if you cut it way down here to lower the height, you cut off all the growth of last year and it's not going to bloom.
Oh, will it ever come back?
Oh yeah, it'll come back and bloom in about a year or two.
Oh, so you'll be punished. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you'll be
where
punished.
do you...
Well, so what I do with these,
Okay.
if you want, I'll do this cut if you hold
Okay, I
that,
got
because
it.
this could be a little tricky here.
All right, get it.
So what
Oh.
I do
Okay,
is,
so if it's a dead stick like that...
yeah. But
Okay.
even if that was a live one, what I do is I thin them out. So I'll cut out about a third
Okay.
of the branches right to the ground, or when they
third.
come off another one right by the ground. And
Okay.
when you're done, it's still going to be tall, but it's open and elegant. And then you have to prune the top because these flowers will be spent. You do this in February, by the way.
Wait, you leave the dead, ugly flower on
All
until
winter.
February?
It protects the buds and everything.
so ugly.
You don't have to. You can
All
cut
right,
them
well,
off.
if you think it's healthier for the plant,
But in spring, you don't want to cut way down.
you
so
want to cut them
You
right...
can cut here to get rid of the old flower, and this is going to make a new flower.
Okay, so
And
you want to cut it... Okay, perfect.
So
It's
you
close
thin
to
it out by about a third,
Okay.
cutting the branches all the way to the ground or where they come off another one by the ground.
Okay, so you thin it out by a third
Yep.
in spring?
Yep.
So you leave it
February.
alone, ugly as it might be, until
Yep.
February?
Yep.
Okay, copy that. All right, I just wanted to be clear.
But this is a different kind of hydrangea.
Oh.
It's called Arborescence, and it's the tree hydrangea, and
Okay.
that's what this guy is.
Okay.
This is incredible blush.
Oh, I love that.
So these start growing up in the spring. You cut them way
low?
Bam, way down by the ground, and then they'll grow up and they bloom as they grow. So you get bloom, bloom,
So
bloom,
that's
bloom.
why you want to get them really low, and you do that in February as well.
You do that in February.
Okay.
Once the buds start to swell up in February is when you do it.
Okay, we only have less than a minute left. I have to ask you, because you brought this thing, because you say you can actually change the color
You
of
can.
your hydrangea.
Not on every kind, but on many kinds you can. So here's one. The more acid the soil is, the more blue they are.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you want them to be red, you got to add lime, and I wrote that on the website. People
He's
can
got
read
all
it.
on the info on
Yep.
the web. Okay.
And then, but if you want them to be blue, you use bluing agent.
Okay.
And don't overdo it. You could kill your hydrangea, but you sprinkle a bunch in there. You got to keep doing it and doing it, but you could get them.
When do you do it?
Blue as can be. You start in February.
Okay.
Now, if you want them to be blue, you start in February. If you want them to be red, you use garden lime, half cup per 10 square feet, and you sprinkle that on there in the fall.
Okay, in the fall.
Yeah, in the fall.
You got all this on the website, right?
Yeah, it's
oh
all on the website. Expertly written, if I do say so myself.
Well, we're not surprised. All right, thank you so much. You want a piece of gum?
Oh, that sounds good. I am hungry.
Thank you, Ciscoe. And thank you for spending time with us today. You can check our website for more of our content. You can get Ciscoe's information, and you can always send us an email to share your thoughts. But most importantly, get out there and enjoy your new day. We'll see you next time.